Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are, no matter what part of the world you're in, I hope that you're having a good day. So, I want to do a comment on this video, and I want to show you the video on my other phone. Black women up here about hair. Follow. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. Follow along. Thank you. Some of the ladies got really upset after this guy said this lady wasn't his type because of her short hair. Did he deserve the backlash? More so attracted to longer hair. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Your name and age. Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm 33. And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon? That comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too. She's black. At the end of the day, black women, we you don't know what to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly, and that was just like too much for me. Sounds triggered. It's not triggered. I'm just. First of all, I didn't say the hairstyle she had was not good. You said you don't like girls with long hair. That's not right. You should never said that at all. Bruh. As a black brother, you should have kept that as what it was. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. That's just it. And I'm not triggered. Like I said, at the end of the day, your hair is nappy. Your hair is short. You should be happy where you came from. Period. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. So, here's my take on it, right? Men always say that they don't like weave. They don't like wigs, right? However, typically the average man only sees the overall look of the woman. Some nowadays can tell if a woman has a wig or a weave, but a lot of men cannot. So again, they just see the overall look, right? And so for the most part, if a woman goes out with her natural hair, and when women say natural, they mean chemical free hair. When men say natural, they just mean the hair that grows out of the woman's head, but she may have a relaxer to make it straight, or she may have a silk press or straightened hair to make it straight, right? So because movies, magazines, TV commercials mainly show women with straight hair, that's what majority of men in society think is beautiful. The men who are okay with women who are wearing their hair as it grows out of their head without any mechanical straightening or chemical straightening typically only attract like god body type dudes or rasta type men who have dreadlocks or are like into holistic health and things of that nature, right? So if a woman wears her hair as it grows out of her head, she will get less attention. She'll still get attention, and it's not about getting attention, but there are less men attracted to women who wear their curly natural hair. I don't like the word nappy because it's curly, it's coily, it's kinky, right? But the derogatory term is nappy. I don't like it. So there are some women who have a tight curl. There are some women who have like a medium curl pattern, I would say, and there are some that have a loose curl pattern, and there are also some who have like a wave, a body wave, a wave in their hair. So some have a tight curl, some have a looser curl, and some have a wave, more of waves. And so the ones who have tightly curly hair, again, typically don't get as much attention. Or the ones who have like Amber Rose, seems to get a lot of attention, even with her bald blonde head, right? because of she's a celebrity in her body. But sometimes these women don't get that attention. Even if it's blonde, because they say blondes have more fun. And I think that a lot of men, no matter the hair texture, even if it is tightly curly, if it's blonde, there's this perception that, she's more fun or she's more easy. But there's a lot of women wearing wigs and weaves, and they get a lot of attention. Right? They attract way more men. The same men who say they don't like wigs and weaves. But because they see this overall picture of gorgeousness, they're not thinking about the weave at the time. They just want to stick their meat in the hole. And they think it's a good looking hole. Yeah, I said what I said. Right? So, a lot of men want a trophy, or they want, to be able to put their meat in the hole. And if the hole looks good, then they can show the hole off to people. And I'm saying it that way for a reason. I'm not saying it to be derogatory, because again, it's about the overall look. Some men are not looking to build a relationship with somebody. Some men are looking for, somebody that they can have sex with, that's going to cook for them, clean up after them, help them with their mental problems, and, whatever else. It's funny because, again, a lot of men say they don't like wigs or weaves, yet the woman who wears her natural hair does not get as much of attention. So I think some men say that just to say that. They don't even know what they're saying, because, again, a lot of men cannot identify when a woman is wearing a wig or a weave. Some women wear weaves where they have their natural hair out in the middle and along the hairline, and maybe even in the back, so they can pull it up or wear it however they want to, but the whole middle section is a weave. Right? But they don't know that. And then when she goes to get her hair done, she just goes to get her hair done. And she can have it straight one time and curly the next. He don't know the difference. Not unless, and some women don't let men touch their hair. It's like, don't touch my hair, you're going to mess it up. So he doesn't know it's a weave. And then a lot of black men don't like that they can't touch their woman's hair. But, our hair doesn't, snap back into place like other ethnicities. Or even if the other ethnicities, if they have more of a wavy texture or a straight texture, even if it looks a fucking mess, excuse my French, even if it looks a mess, just because it's long, they like it. Their hair be all over the place. They look like they ain't combed it in days, looking like a wild woman. But just because it's long, oh, she's pretty, I like it. It's kind of sad. And a lot of times the women with tightly curly hair, their hair is long. It's just that it shrinks because the curls are tight. So it looks shorter than it actually is. But if they get it straightened or blown out, you can see the length. But nobody's doing that all the time. First of all, as soon as if our hair is again, as it grows out of our head and we attempt to straighten it, if our hair is not used to be straightened, as soon as we go outside, especially if you live in a state that's very humid, it is going to start to curl back up. Our hair doesn't want to be straight. It wants to be in its natural state. So it's going to start to revert back to what it wants to be, which is tightly curled. Another thing, it's expensive to get your hair done. It would have to be done at least once a week, and some people can keep up with that maintenance. But it will have to be done at least once a week, if not every 2 weeks. Sometimes you can get away with every 2 weeks. It's not going to look the same as the first week, but you can kind of maintain some type of hairstyle, right? But in order for a melanated woman to keep her hair done in general, if she does not have a straighter texture or a wavy texture, she's going to spend probably at least a good 45 minutes to an hour just to try to get her hair to look like something, unless she already has it pre-styled and she knows how she's going to wear it. But even then, sometimes the hair doesn't do what you want it to do. But women know if they get a weave or wear a wig, they're going to get that consistency. Now, I don't like to see women when they get weaves and it looks like a damn bird's nest because they think just because they have a weave, they don't have to comb it. Baby, you need to comb it. You have to treat it just like it's your own hair. It's not just set it and forget it. You still have to comb it so it looks good. But some women, they go to sleep and they wake up and they feel like, oh, all right. I don't understand how, but and then a lot of men will call women lazy because they don't do their hair. No, it's not lazy. If you spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours washing, blow drying, washing, conditioning, blow drying, all the things, and then it still doesn't turn out to look good, that's frustrating. That could be very frustrating. Or you didn't put all these twists in your hair with some mousse and all of this, and you take the twist out and it just doesn't look good. It doesn't, because it doesn't fall into place like, a looser texture. So the cost associated with keeping the hair done, and I'm talking the natural hair, again, unless you do some type of braids or twist, you have to get your hair done on a regular basis. And even with the twist, you have to do it at least every 4 to 6 weeks. A lot of these salons charge a good chunk of change to do your hair. Your salon visits nowadays, it's very rare that you can go and spend less than $100 nowadays. Whereas back in the day, I would go to the doobie shop and I paid $10. Then they went up to $15. But even if it was $20 or $25, that's still great. And I was making $1,000 a week at that point. So to go to the salon every week to get my hair done was nothing. The only thing that would stop me if I just didn't feel like driving and I wanted to rest on my weekends instead of going to the salon to spend hours to sit there. That's another thing. It's time. It takes time. Right? So to spend less time and to have the convenience, many women wear braids, twists, weaves, because essentially the hair is braided underneath the wig. So she doesn't have to do anything to her natural hair, but she can still go out and look good. Right? But it's very insulting when men talk about women's hair and what they like and don't like. We don't really care. We care, but not really, because we don't tell you what kind of haircut to get. We don't tell you to grow locks if you don't have any. We don't say, oh, I love men with locks, so you should grow locks. If that's not what you want to do with your hair, we accept you the way that you are. And men don't seem to do that. There's always like a double standard in every damn area of the relationship a lot of times. Who are you to tell somebody what to do with their hair? No. And it's not trigger. It's not we're bitter. You have no right, whether you're married to her or not. You can say what you like. You can say what your preference is, but we're still going to do what we want to do because it belongs to us. Again, we don't tell you, even if we give you that advice, if you decide to take that advice, that's on you. But a lot of times men will say, oh, you don't do what I tell you. What? No woman has to do what you tell them to do. That's not what a relationship is about. Again, you can give her advice And you can say what you like, and she may or may not do what you like. But when you try to tell her, oh, well, I had an ex who used to say, oh, you look ugly with your hair like that. I don't like weave. I don't like weave. I don't like weave. Because when I was in my early 20s, I started wearing weave. I had never really worn it before that. I would always just wear my hair, and I had a relaxer. And I would get my first they call them wraps. So I would wrap my hair. Then I started getting doobies, whatever. But I had a relaxer. I had a chemical straightener in my hair at that time. But yeah. And if I had braids, he would complain the whole. I normally would only leave braids in my hair for a month. He would complain every day for the whole month. That shit is annoying because I'm not taking. I paid over $100 to get my hair done. You think I'm getting ready to take it out because you don't like it? Absolutely not. I don't care that you don't like it, and I don't want to hear about it. That's annoying. For somebody every day to say they don't like your hair, I don't care. I like it. I didn't do it for you. And that's not to take away from him or what he likes or doesn't like. But again, braids are a convenient style for women to have low maintenance so they can get up and do the things that they need to do without having to be concerned about what their hair looks like. And to have somebody tell you to talk about your hair, like, you don't talk about people like that. That's disrespectful. And this particular ex had something, I'm going to say, a scar. I never once, ever said anything about it. And it was in a very obvious place. I never, ever said anything about it. But he constantly insulted me. If I gained weight, he would poke me in my stomach and say, oh, you're getting fat. There's a very diplomatic way that you can say these things to women. Oh, baby, let's work out together. And then even when we worked out together, he would try to push me so hard, like try to get me to lift the same amount of weights that he was lifting. I'm a woman, damn it. I can't do all of that. But, some people have this perfectionist, oh, I want you to be perfect type of mentality. And they try to push you to do things. It's very narcissistic. So you have to be careful who you get into a relationship with because it's not right. So he will probably be that type. Because what if she had a weave that day? Because you could see on that panel, let's look at it again. There were a few different women who had weaves on the panel, right? Look at this sister right here.
Follow along. Thank you.
Some of the ladies got really upset after this guy said this lady wasn't his type because of her short hair. Did he deserve the backlash? More so attracted to longer hair? Yeah.
Your name and age. Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm 33. And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon? That comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too. She's black. At the end of the day, black women, we you don't know what to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly, and that was just like too much for me.
Sounds triggered.
It's not triggered.
First of all, I didn't say the hairstyle she had was not good.
You said you don't like girls with long hair. That's not right. You should never said that at all. Bruh. As a black brother, you should have kept that as what it was. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. That's just it. And I'm not triggered. Like I said, at the end of the day, your hair is nappy. Your hair is short. You should be happy where you came from. Period. Don't talk to black women up.
So as you can see, there were several women who had weave. And that's not to say that all women wear weave, because we can grow our hair. I've grown my hair to my waist. And then I put color in it, which damaged it. So I end up cutting it and starting over. There are a lot of women who have long hair. They usually keep it straight. Not all of them. Or some of them have a looser texture, but not all of them. But I would say majority of those women, they were wearing weave. And so now he's saying he's more attracted to those women because they have long hair. But what are you really attracted to? Because that's not even their hair. But you find them more attractive because their hair is long. It doesn't make sense. It's not right either. So this would be the same type of guy that if he met the woman with a weave, right? Then once he finds out it's a weave, he's going to say, "Oh, I don't like weave," right? And if she's that type of woman, she'll take the weave out and she'll wear her natural hair, and then he'll complain that he doesn't like her hair. So what do you expect women to do? But again, this is something that's insulting. You should not be talking about women's hair. Again, you can state your preference, but women change up their hair all the time. If y'all go on a vacation, she might wear some braids. Because a lot of women, again, because it's low maintenance, and they don't have to be concerned about what their hair looks like the whole time they're on vacation. Otherwise, she's going to be in the bathroom 2 hours because she got to take a shower, get dressed, then she got to do her hair. And if she wears makeup, you might be waiting longer. So you want to sit there and wait 2 hours for her to get dressed while y'all on vacation because she got to do hair and makeup and get dressed? Make it make sense, honey. Make it make sense. And are you contributing to this bill that you're going to have for her getting her hair done every week or every 2 weeks? Because it becomes a bill. Because again, nowadays, stylists, the last time I got my hair done at the salon, I paid over $200. And I went to her because I knew she would do a good job. She did a cut and she pressed it out. And that's what I needed. I needed, my hair to be cut. And so I was fine because I already prepared. I saved up to, incur this expense. But that's just like Caucasian women. They usually only get their hair done every few months because of the cost. Excuse me. They're not getting their hair done. They do it themselves. And so for us that are home doing our own hair ourselves, because, and again, some women have the extra money to get their hair done, once a week, sometimes every couple days. But even some of these celebrities, they're wearing weaves. They're not snatching them out real quick. They wear them weaves for at least, a few weeks before they take it out. And they have long hair. There are a lot of women who have long hair, but they still wear wigs and weaves because it's easier to maintain. It's not even about being lazy. It's about the ease of maintenance. If you go on YouTube and watch some YouTube videos of women trying to do their natural hair, again, they might spend hours shampooing, conditioning, sitting under the dryer, twisting it, braiding it, and then when they take it and rolling it up with rollers, and then when they take it out, it still looks a hot mess. And so then they don't know what to do. They'll pull it up in a bun or, figure something out. But some will just put on a wig so that they can look good when they go out. And a lot of times men are more attracted to the women who are wearing these wigs and weaves. And y'all don't even know it because you don't know whether or not she has a loose curl pattern and that's her natural hair, or if she's wearing a weave. Because our hair comes in so many different textures. I don't know what to tell y'all. But again, women typically don't tell men what to do with their hair. We don't say, "Oh, you should." The only time we do is when we see men who are balding in the top. And we say to you, it does not make sense for you to keep the hair around the sides and look like George Jefferson. Just go ahead and cut it all off and be bald. Or just wear it, cut short, because it looks better like that. It doesn't necessarily look as good when the man is balding at the top and he just has hair on the sides. But, again, this is the man's head. George Jefferson looked all right with it. We became used to that, bald at the top and with the hair on the sides. So it doesn't look bad necessarily, but it does look better if he just goes bald. But again, in general, women don't say, oh, you need to be bald. Oh, you need to. I like bald head men. I like men with locks. I love men with locks. But if he doesn't have locks, he just doesn't have locks. I also like bald men. But if his hair is not bald, his hair is not bald. Right? A good shape up and a fresh cut looks good. But if he doesn't do that, he doesn't do that. Because some men don't do that. They keep their face kind of scruffy, and they wear their hair as it naturally grows out of their head. And again, I'm not mad at it. Because I would never tell a man, oh, well, I don't like this and I don't like that. I don't think I've ever stated my preference to a man unless he asks me. Women just don't go around doing that in general. I'm sure that there are some women who do, but in general, a woman is not going to meet a man and say, oh, I don't like you because I like men with dreads and you don't have dreads. In general, a woman is not going to do that. But for some reason, men seem that they have the right to tell women how to wear their hair, or to even judge or criticize them openly about it. When it's not to say that you can't say anything. It's not to say that you can't state your preference. But a lot of times, it's just disrespectful. It's a little rude. It's rude. We understand that everybody has a preference, right? Everybody has a preference. But if you meet somebody who does not meet that preference, it's insulting for you to say that to them. Because if a woman says something like that to a man, oh, I prefer men with dreads, y'all will be highly damn offended. But for whatever reason, y'all think y'all can just say whatever y'all want to say, and we just supposed to fall in line and do what y'all want us to do. And if we don't, you get mad. Like, oh, she don't listen to me. She don't do what I tell her to do. Are you insane? Oh.